Let's take a little trip back down memory lane, back to the early 2000s. I remember it was two kid rappers that was tearing it up in the early 2000s now. Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo, right? I'm going back, listening to some of their old songs, and I remember they were beefing, right? I don't remember what started the beef. That don't even really matter, to be honest. But I think it's kind of like coming to a head again, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sitting there, and I'm even watching little, little clips of the Romeo show, Uh, but when you want to know what I noticed, the big thing about both of these cats, right? You wouldn't expect it because it just hit me. It just hit me just now. I had to make a video, man. The tale of Bow Wow and Romeo is really and truly the tale of why fathers are important, you know? So let's think about it. Bow Wow, remember, Bow Wow came up, Bow Wow came up under Jermaine Dupri and all them so def, and then the Dog Pound gang, Snoop Dogg and all them, right? Okay. Romeo came up under his own father and his uncles. His dad, Master P, Uncle C Murder, Uncle Silk the Shocker, all them no limit cats, right? Bow Wow don't got a dad. Romeo, mom and dad, right? On one hand, you got Bow Wow, right? Bow Wow came up under JD. JD really just looked at that dude as a check. You pretty much can just say he looked at Bow Wow as a check. You know what I mean? He saw this little cat or little dog, I guess, little puppy, and he figured I can make some money off this little motherfucker right here. Now, how he got his mama to convince him, I don't know if he had to give her a little dough or whatever, but how he got his mama to convince him to go with a bunch of grown ass men, I don't know. That's beyond me, right? Then you got Romeo coming up under his own father, his own father's record label, right? With the support of not only his father, but his uncles, right? He and his mama was in his life too, but his mama ain't got nothing to do with music, right? Since Bow Wow came up under Jermaine Dupri, Snoop Dogg, Daz, corrupt all these cats. What was the difference in their music? Bow Wow was cursing a lot in his music. You could even go back as a clip of Bow Wow on Arsenio Hall back in like 1993. He was probably, I mean, he was about 6 or something like that, just cursing, you know. Bow Wow used to say the N word in a lot of his songs, you know. Now he did a lot of clean stuff too with movies like Mike and stuff like that. But I always wonder why they had that little boy cursing like that, you know. Now look at Romeo, okay. When Romeo was little, now we ain't talking about when they get teenagers and early 20s. You can pretty much say what you want. Talking about when they're children, right? Romeo, Romeo didn't do a lot of cursing in his songs. He had a clean cut image. Even he had the Romeo show on Nickelodeon, all kind of stuff, right? His dad I can tell his dad wanted him to have a clean cut image, to be versatile, to do a show on Nickelodeon. You know, Bow Wow probably couldn't do no show on Nickelodeon because he cursed all the time. Now, well, you can say how did Master P, because Master P was the dad on the show. Master P cursed a lot, but Master P wasn't a star of the show, and he grown. You know what I mean? And he probably pulled some strings. I don't know. He's the one that probably facilitated it. So I don't know. But as far as the lead child, you know, this is somebody that children are gonna be watching. A lot of children probably don't care about Master P, but they care about Little Romeo, right? Look at how they grew up. You remember back some years ago, You even remember when Bow Wow told us in an interview he got sexually assaulted by one of his bodyguards, and his bodyguard wasn't no woman neither. You know what I mean? Romeo ain't nothing like that ever happened to him. Bow Wow. Now, neither one of these two like completely went off the rails. And I'm not saying to make fun of nobody. Bow Wow ain't I don't know where strung out on the drugs and he doing his thing and all that. People like to make fun of Bow Wow. People make fun of Lil Romeo too. The ICDC college, but people really like to make fun of Bow Wow because he did a lot of cringy stuff. There was a point in time where he was flexing, acting like he was owning private jets and he was really renting them. He just took it off the company's Instagram, put it on our website, and put on his Instagram like he had a private jet. He just did a lot of cringy stuff. But with Bow Wow, he always tries to act like, yeah, y'all, JD, that's like a father figure to me, man. But then when you see them two interact, JD always like he don't fuck with Bow Wow. You just never see that with. I seen Master P and Romeo do a Breakfast Club interview one time. Romeo was giving his dad all kind of love. You know what I mean? And and I know Master P and Romeo, they kind of had some little thing. I was about a year or so ago. One of Master P's daughters committed suicide, and then P made some kind of post or something like that, and then Romeo was like, "Oh yeah, you doing all this? Well, what about some stuff you ain't paid me and all this?" I really don't know what that was about, but that's family, and it's like family and business. With Bow Wow, it's just business. Like you gotta think about it. He ain't really ain't got no family around him. He got a bunch of people that they perpetrate fraud like they family, and they really just saw that young boy as just a check. That's all they really saw him for. It wasn't no love. JD would never look out for him. If Bow Wow wouldn't talented or nothing like that, he wouldn't be fucking with him. You know what I mean? But Romeo P, that's his son. You know, so he'd be fucking with him regardless. He probably just wouldn't be on Nickelodeon and all that. It would just be P, out there doing his thing. But I just wanted to make this little video because I just kind of, like I said, I just thought about it just now, and I'm like, damn, these just two dudes that like, and they should have worked together a lot more. Like I was a fan of both of them, Romeo and Bow Wow. I like Mike. I like the Romeo show. I think Romeo was in some movies. I think, but I just saw a post. I don't know if it's recent. I saw a post. Romeo was like, "Yeah, man, we should have toured together. We should have did more stuff together." I'm like, they should have. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? That'd have been cool to watch. Cool to hear their music. But I just want to make that video, man. Like that just lets you know, being a father, it's a real thankless job. Salute to all the fathers. Salute to my pops. It's a thankless job, but man, it's got to be done. You may not. It's just like that old joke. I'm gonna close off with this. Bill Cosby. I know. But he's the one who told the joke. So Bill Cosby told a joke a long time ago. He said a father could teach his son how to throw a football, catch a football, run with a football. He could take him to practice every day, go to the games, all this stuff. And then when he goes to the pros, he wins the game, scores a winning touchdown. They'll bring the camera over to him and be like, "What do you got to say to the camera?" He'll be like, "Hi, mom." It's a thankless job, but it's got to be done. Anyway, I'm out. That's all I got time for. Y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let's get these. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We had 60 subscribers, man. 60 subscribers. I appreciate it. I don't really get. I see it when I go into my YouTube studio. Sometimes it'll send me an email and tell me who subscribed, but I appreciate it. Keep on subscribing, keep liking. Let me know what you think down in the comment box. I'm gone.